Hi there, my name is Pastor Greg, and you're watching something called Transforming the World. It's a study, a character study. We're looking at 52 different characteristics that should be found in the life of a Christian. And the topic for this week is alertness. Christians, you and I need to be alert. Yesterday we kind of talked about one of our reasons to be alert is that the Lord may return at any moment. Today I want to focus on something that the Apostle Peter said about being alert. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. Again, I'm Pastor Greg. This is Transforming the World. So another way that Christians must be alert is to be aware that Satan is watching. That's right. We need to be alert. We need to be aware that our adversary, the Satan, is watching us as we live out our lives as Christians. The Apostle Peter writes this. This is 1 Peter 5, 8, and 9. Peter says, stay alert. Stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. So stand firm against him. Be strong in your faith. Remember that your family of believers all over the world are going through the same kind of suffering that you are. Too often, new believers, as I've talked with new believers, this happens so many times. They feel that they are strong enough to withstand the devil. And they get a little cocky, thinking that, the devil's got no hold on me anymore. And that, my friend, that attitude is not being alert. Alert to the fact that that devil, he is a sly, cunning, deceptive, and lying angel. He is vicious. And Peter knew this. If you recall much about Peter's life, when Jesus Christ was on trial, just prior to his crucifixion, Peter kind of stood outside while the whole trial was taking place, and people kept associating him with Christ, and 3 times Peter denied it. Peter allowed fear to dominate his heart, again, which caused him to deny the Lord 3 times. So Satan, who is quite aware of what Peter had just done, obviously used that fear to crush Peter's spirit. And why do I say this? Because Peter is so disappointed in himself that he gets together his old fishing buddies, goes back to Galilee as if to say, this whole fishers of men nonsense, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough for this. I'm going back fishing. Who's coming with me? So Satan, using Peter's weak moment, Satan didn't come at Peter to tempt him to commit some heinous sin. No. Satan came at Peter to crush his will to serve. And Peter succumbed to that. And he went back fishing. And Christ, you read this at the end of the book of John, Christ literally had to pull Peter aside and say, look, buddy, if you say that you love me, that you need to be out here being the leader that I called you to be. Peter's spirit was crushed. Satan devoured Peter's will to serve the Lord, and he will do the same thing for you and me if we let him. If we are not alert, if we're not on our toes, if we're not aware, he's going to whisper into our ear until we are so discouraged that we no longer care about serving the Lord. That's why we need to be alert and recognize that Satan will try to make you lose your, for lack of a better word, Satan is going to try to make you lay down your sword and walk away from the battle. Sometimes he tempts us to sin, but more than often, what I have noticed is that he tempts us to stop serving. He points out our weaknesses. He reminds us of when we fail. He shows us how successful everybody else is and traps us into comparing ourselves to those who are so much more dynamic than us. We want to lay down our sword and stop being fishers of men. So keep watch, friend. You need to be alert to this. You need to be careful. And you need to understand that this is some of the tactics that Satan will use against you in your life. So be warned. Satan is looking to destroy you. He may not destroy you through sin, but he can destroy you by getting you to stop serving the Lord. We'll continue to take a look at this topic, alertness. We'll look at this again tomorrow in Transforming the World. I really am thankful that you spent your time with me here today. My name's Pastor Greg, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.